Hey everyone, it's Hemry-LaSalla here with the Hemry-LaSalla group, Glenn as well. And we just wanted to reach out. We're in uncharted waters. I think we talk about it all the time. It feels like we're in a movie, and it's just like, when is this going to end? We're all trying to do things to get through the day, the weeks, and just really making sure our family is healthy and safe, and really just trying to do what we can to occupy our time and still keep our business moving.
Absolutely. So Mike and I have been talking, and we wanted to. So first off, we've socially distanced ourselves. We're not 6 feet apart. I think we're probably 6 miles apart, maybe. And so we wanted to kind of put together some information, and there's a lot of talk going on about this forbearance of your mortgage payments, and we thought it'd be a great time to, hey, let's get some education out there. Because there's a lot of information out there that might not be 100% accurate, or might just be a little bit confusing. So a lot of this stuff's changing. So Mike and I wanted to talk a little bit about it. So let's kind of jump in and get some information.
Yeah, I know a lot of people have seen the CARES Act that came out towards the end of last week, which actually is the coronavirus aid, relief, and economic security. It actually does come out to be CARES. And really what this touched upon is the ability to actually defer your mortgage payments. And we wanted to talk about kind of what this actually means, and everyone's situation is going to be a little bit different in the situation that you may be in financially. But we just want to make sure that it was clear in terms of that this isn't necessarily free money, and it's not something that everyone should take advantage of. There's really precautions in here, and really someone that's in a specific situation where they can't pay their mortgage, this is there to help them out and not negatively impact the mortgage industry.
One of the big numbers that Mike and I heard today was really impactful, I think, and can really kind of put this in perspective. And so if you can just kind of try to envision what's happening here and in the industry and just in the world, but if you were to take, if 25% of the homeowners that own homes today, if they were to take advantage of this forbearance, and it ended up being for a 6-month period, as a number to the servicing industry, that's $70 billion that it would cost the servicing industry. So to kind of put that into perspective, the servicing industry as a whole last year profited $10 billion. So this really is something that's very important that that we're looking at from the financing side to prolong or be able to do financing in the future. So a really important piece. And like Mike said, it's not free money to anyone that's taking advantage of it. So
the big thing to point out with that is that when you do defer your payment, your mortgage servicer is actually going to continue to make that payment to the investor on the secondary market. So all mortgages are packaged into mortgage-backed securities and actually sold to an actual investor. Now that servicer has to keep making the payment even if you are not making your monthly mortgage payment. And deferment is something that's eligible and could be very viable for a lot of people, but it's going to impact our mortgage servicing industry, thus impacting the capital in the industry. So it's just important to know the trickle-down effect of not making that payment. And it's not, like I touched upon, it's not free money. It's something, depending on your specific servicer, you're going to have a couple of options, whether it's a lump sum payment, maybe 3-6 months down the road when you get back to making your payments, or maybe a payment plan. Each servicer is going to be different, and that's really what we wanted to reach out, is so that when you do have questions, to reach out to us or to reach out to your current servicer to get the accurate information specific to your scenario.
Yeah, let's hit on some of those options that are being talked about, because I don't know that there's anything that's 100% set in stone right now. There is some legislation that's trying to go through and get some stuff done, but there's a couple things that you take care of it once the forbearance is over, and there's a lump sum that's due. Any refinance that you do in the future, or if you sell the property, you're going to take care of it at that time. So that's something that's going to become really important for Mike and I, because we're going to have to take that into account. Refinancing is something that, as we come out of this coronavirus, that our forecasts are showing that rates are going to come down, and there's going to be a great opportunity to maybe lower some mortgage payments. So if you're in the middle of a forbearance, then, we might not be able to do anything on that. So that's an important piece as well.
Yeah. And again, this is primarily us being here as a resource to our past clients, our clients that are reaching out about potentially refinancing. It's just good to have an open conversation to know what's going on. It's very easy to read a headline in the news about the Fed cutting rates to 0%, and that's not directly impacted to mortgage rates, or the government issuing this CARES Act to forbear payments. Well, sometimes it's not as glitzy and glamorous as just the headline is telling you, and we want to be here as a resource so if you're in process of refinancing, someone you can reach out to about questions you have. If you're thinking about doing a forbearance, so deferring your payments, or if you're thinking about refinancing down the road and you want to know your options and what's going on with interest rates, we are advising a lot of our clients to start the process, do an application, collect all of your documents. That way, when those interest rates do come back down into that window where it really makes sense to refinance, you're in position to lock in. You're not waiting to go through the full process at that time.
Yeah. And setting you up for that too is, getting you ready to refinance. If you're in the middle of the forbearance, we can't do anything. If you were, and maybe just one more thing on that forbearance, Mike, that we didn't mention that I think is probably an important piece is, in order to be even eligible for the forbearance, you have to be current on the mortgage payments. So you can't be behind on the payments and then jump in and say, oh, this is going to save me. That you're out of the game at that point. So, so that's an important thing too. Not only can you not refinance, but you can't do the forbearance either. So, just another piece to look at. And, you guys are hearing about it. We're learning about it too. We're hearing a lot of different stuff that's coming out. So, we're here for you, and just an important piece of what's going on today.
Yeah, and I just wanted to point out one little thing. You're probably all used to my signature with a nice clean shaven face.
Oh, yeah.
And this time, and we're doing our own social distancing, and my wife Lexi won't get too close to me now, and we're all just trying to do different things. And I've got a window to see if I can actually grow a beard, and it's coming through, but I don't know how much longer I can actually last.
So next video, you might not have it. Is that what I'm hearing?
That's true. It's a day by day at this point.
Well, hey, we hope that everybody is staying safe out there. That's the most important thing right now. And, if you have questions about financing or anything like that, reach out to Mike and I. We want to help you. And, we're still working, we're essential. So we're just working from our homes, as you can see in the backgrounds of both of our screens here. So we're working, we're here for you. Reach out whenever you have questions, and whatever we can help you with, we want to do that.
Yeah. Hope you guys are doing well, and always look forward to hearing from you.
All right. Be safe, guys.
We are
the Hemry-LaSalla Group.